Well, I have. So, and so I was on the search committee that Lorraine led to recruit Rick, and Lorraine already talked about when we have a long process, as I'm sure Lorraine can attest, of going through a lot of CVs that were very disappointing, and it was a long, protracted recruitment, and then we stumbled across Rick's resume, and we did have this kind of it's too good to be true feeling, you know. I mean, he really impressed. I don't embarrass him here and throw up some of the people that he's worked with. You know, he's worked for Boeing, Motorola, Microsoft, Apple a long time ago. And you know, he's shot things up in outer space for all intents and purposes. And so we're looking at it and going, you know, what's wrong with this guy? And there were some other things he did put on his resume experience that we're learning about later. I think this came in handy when we were working with clients. So he had all kinds of skills, even the things that weren't on the resume. And so we just had to ask that question. Lorraine mentioned, why the heck do you want to work here? You know, anyone who's been here for a while just kind of wondered. And we kind of had our own internal theories, you know, about why someone of this caliber would want to work with us at our little university. And the overriding theory we had was that he was crazy. This is actually Rick coming into the interview. He could have not. And then we thought, well, that's probably the reason why, but you know, there's a slight chance maybe we just got a decimal point in the wrong place on the HR website, maybe, you know, and kind of Roger's story, you know, that he thought that was the bi-weekly salary as opposed to the monthly salary. And there's this tiny little sliver of possibility that maybe Rick was just a real catch, right? And as Lorraine attested to, you know, we got him in there, and he turned out to be for real, and so we were just so incredibly overjoyed that he decided to come work for us. Almost euphoric. We really couldn't believe it. So I just want to talk a little bit about Rick's first year at UCR. You know, when he showed up on the first day, as a lot of people alluded to, we were a pretty immature technology organization, and so this was actually you can tell there's a lot of beer bottles up in this corner. And it took about 6 months, but there came a point where I realized it is so completely inconvenient for me to continue to use this other machine that I really need to switch to get my work done. So he let me make the decision. And so that was another big lesson that I learned from Rick. I think we all have the experience of those who have worked under Rick of never really feeling like he made us feel like he was the boss, you know. But yet somehow always got us to do what he wanted us to do. It's just so frustrating. I go home to my wife and he did it again. I swear up and down I never do this, and I did.
Oh yeah.
The other story I want to share was Rick's fountain, which Lorraine alluded to, but it's a little bit more actually complicated than that. Those of us who were down there in the office got to see the evolution of this. One of the things we asked when we got to know Rick was, does this guy ever get angry about anything? You just can't rattle him. You know, he's always got a smile. He's always, and I'm an Italian. I come from an Italian family, and we really know how to get angry. And so it was always so frustrating for me that I'd never see him just, you know, get riled up about anything. And you know, as Lorraine alluded to, it was the fountain. In the beginning, it looked a lot like this. It's just a little fountain, kind of on the corner of the desk, bubbling a little bit of water. You know, you could just, almost inaudible, but it was just enough to kind of take the edge off and keep Rick with that big smile on his face. And then about maybe 2 years in, we had some trouble with my UCR. It was kind of a stressful time for us. We hadn't performed the way that I think we expected ourselves to, and I think we were rightfully taking a few knocks for that. And so it was kind of a stressful time. And around that time, I remember coming in one day, and the fountain had grown a lot. It was this little thing, and then it was like this big in the corner, and like a fairly sizable waterfall coming down. And so we realized that there was a correlation there, and I think we actually discovered a new law of physics. See how the stress level goes up, size of fountain. So the big joke in our office was always that there was going to be this day where we were going to walk in, and Rick was going to just be sitting there. And we never got there because he left before we had the chance. I'm really sorry I never saw that. So those were the stories stories I wanted to share. We just wanted to wish you farewell and good luck in this new adventure that you're having. We're all very jealous that you're going to be in some place with such nice weather and such nice people. Not that we're all not nice here, and it's just going to be fabulous. I think you guys are going to have a great time down there. This is actually one of my favorite quotes from one of my favorite Brazilian poets. And it keeps coming back to me when there are times where things change and people move on and things are, I stay the same and other things go, you know. Just wanted to say that in my estimation, Rick is irreplaceable. I think when someone as talented as Rick leaves, you just don't even try to find someone to fill his shoes. You really can only hope to find someone who's going to be equally amazing, but in a totally unique and different way. So I think that's the very, very best that we can hope for. And we wish you the best of luck. And I think I'm not alone in saying I consider you to be a mentor and friend and possibly the best boss that I may ever have, except for you, Jim. I just want to say thank you and best of luck.